Frankie Edgar is a former UFC lightweight champion who was able to defend his title 3 times. He has a background in wrestling, and during his MMA career, he was able to gather a record of 24 wins, 11 losses, and 1 draw. Edgar finished 7 of his wins by knockout and 4 by submission. In this video, we will go over all his finishes during his MMA career. Frankie had his MMA debut in Underground Combat League in 2005 against Eric Uresk. They started the fight in a clinch while trying to connect on each other. Edgar constantly took Eric down, and in the 4th minute of the fight, he was able to connect with enough punches on the ground while mounting him, which made the referee to stop the fight. Few months later, he fought Jerome Isip in Sport Fighting 2. Frankie used his wrestling experience to take Mark down and was on top for the entire fight. In the 4th minute of round 1, Edgar was able to mount Mark and connect with punches, which made Mark to give up his back. Frankie was able to submit Mark via a rear naked choke and end the fight. Next in line was Steve McCabe, who Frankie fought in Ring of Combat 10. Right at the start of the fight, Edgar took Steve down and dominated him for 3 minutes until he was able to submit him via a guillotine choke while being on top. Frankie's next finish was in UFC against Mark Bocek. Frankie was the better fighter. He was able to take Mark down and dominate him on the ground. In the 5th minute of the fight, Mark tried to take Frankie down, but Frankie read him and was able to take Mark down and trap him in a crucifix position. Edgar connected with a lot of punches until the referee stopped the fight for Edgar to win by technical knockout. Frankie fought Matt Veach next. In the 2nd round, Frankie connected with a powerful right hook which stunned Matt and put him on the ground. Edgar went in for the finish, which made Matt to give up his back. Frankie kept connecting with the strikes and was able to submit him via a rear naked choke and end the fight. After defeating Veach, Frankie fought against BJ Penn for the UFC Lightweight Championship belt. He defeated BJ Penn and defended his title against him in the rematch by decision. After that, he fought against Gray Maynard, which ended in a draw. Frankie and Maynard fought for the 2nd time for the championship belt. In the 1st round, Maynard was the better fighter and was able to connect and stun Frankie. Maynard even had a chance to finish the fight, but Frankie recovered and the fight continued. In round 2 and 3, Frankie started to connect more and wear down Maynard. In the 4th minute of round 4, Edgar tried to take Maynard down, but Maynard denied him and Frankie was able to connect with a short hook in the exchange. The punch stunned Maynard and put him on the ground, which made Frankie to jump on him and finish the job. This was Frankie's 2nd title defense in the lightweight division. After defeating Maynard, Edgar lost the belt to Benson Henderson. He was again scheduled to fight BJ Penn for the 3rd time. In round 1 and 2, both fighters connected on each other while the majority of it spent on the ground. Frankie was on top. In round 3, Frankie again took BJ down and was able to dominate him for 4 minutes while connecting with punches until the referee decided that he had seen enough and stopped the fight for Frankie to win by technical knockout. Frankie fought Cobb Swanson next. In the first round, Frankie kept taking Cobb down while trying to score with strikes. Round 2, 3 and 4 went the same way. Frankie kept taking Cobb down and dominated him on the ground. In the fifth round, Frankie again took Cobb down, and in the last seconds of the fight, he was able to submit him via a rear naked choke and end the fight. Frankie's next finish was against Chad Mendes in the featherweight division. Whoever was able to win this fight would fight against Jose Aldo for the featherweight championship belt. Chad was an excellent wrestler himself, so Frankie knew he would have a hard time taking Mendes down. The fight was short. In the third minute of round 1, both fighters got into an exchange and Frankie connected with a quick and short left hook which knocked Chad Mendes out and ended the fight. Frankie's last finish in the octagon was against Yair Rodriguez. In the first round, Frankie took Rodriguez down and was on top for the entire round while he connected with a lot of punches. In the second round, Frankie again took Rodriguez down and was trying to finish him, but Rodriguez was able to grab Frankie's leg and threaten him with a knee bar. Edgar was able to get out of the submission and continue his strikes on Rodriguez until the second round was finished. Rodriguez's eye was swollen so bad that the doctors stopped the fight for Frankie to win by technical knockout.